Hi, and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again. It's so nice to see you back here for another video. My name's Tesslark, and today I'm going to show you how you can make these really cute resin trinket dishes. For today's project, we'll be using epoxy resin, alcohol ink, and some glitter. As always, I'll have all the materials that I used linked down in the description below. So if anybody is interested in trying this project for themselves, all of that information will be down there for you. And let's hop right in. To save some time in this video, I went ahead and I pre-mixed my resin, but for 2 of these trinket dishes, I'm gonna need about 160 milliliters of resin total. So I'm starting out by just adding a little bit of resin to some gold glitter, and I want to keep the gold glitter pretty chunky because I'm going to use this for the center of the flowers, so I don't want that to spread out throughout the entire piece. So I felt I added a little too much resin, so I'm just going to even that out with a little bit more glitter because I do want the glitter to be a bit of a paste consistency. Next, we'll move on to make our colors. So I'm just pouring about 20 milliliters or so of this clear resin into a small cup, and then I'll begin to add some pigment to that resin. And I find for this technique that 2 colors work best, usually any color that I want to work with, and then white. And so for my white, I'm going to be using the Pinata colors. It's their Blanco Blanco alcohol ink. And I'll add a few drops of that to my resin, and then I'll go ahead and thoroughly incorporate that using a popsicle stick, making sure that I scrape both the sides and the bottom of my container as I'm mixing. And just a friendly reminder to give this video a like if you are liking it so far. It not only helps out my channel a whole lot, but it also lets me know that I'm making content that you want to see from me. And to my white resin, I'm going to add a little bit of this Periwinkle Glow to that as well. It's a mica powder by Arteza, and this just adds a really pretty blue sheen to the finished product. So just mixing that in, and especially when you're working with mica powder and resin, make sure that's thoroughly incorporated because you don't want any chunks of mica powder throughout the resin. Once we've got our white all set up, we'll go ahead and move right along and mix up our red. So I'm just pouring another 10 to 20 milliliters of this clear resin into one of my smaller cups, and then I'll go ahead and begin to add my pigment. And for the red, I'm using Santa Fe Red by Pinata Colors. And whenever you're adding pigment to your resin, the general rule of thumb is to keep the ratio about 90% resin to 10% pigment, which does give you a lot of room to play around with, but you just want to make sure that you keep it within those ratios, otherwise the piece may not cure correctly. And then once again, just mixing that pigment into the resin, making sure I'm scraping both the sides and the bottom of my container. And if my voice sounds a little weird, guys, I'm just getting over like a bit of a cold or something, so please bear with me. I apologize. I just wanted to get this voiceover done and get this video out to you. And now that we've got all of our pigments mixed up, we're just going to go ahead and hit those with a heat gun to pop any bubbles that may be forming at the surface before moving on to the next part. Next, I'm going to go ahead and begin to fill my molds using that clear resin, and I'm just going to leave about 1/8 of an inch of space because we will be adding our colored resin, so you want to make sure you leave a little bit of space just so that you don't overfill your molds. And then we'll use our heat gun one more time, again to pop some bubbles that are starting to form before we begin to make our flowers. For these molds, I do find that it's a good idea to take a clean popsicle stick and just go around the outer edge as well to get some of those deeper bubbles, so then you can get those up to the surface and pop them with your heat gun. And after we've got most of those bubbles and have a nice clear canvas, we'll go ahead and begin to make our flower patterns. So to do that, I've just got a pretty good pinch on my cup to make a nice point so that the resin doesn't come out too fast, and I've got a good amount of control over it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and create a simple 5-petal flower design. So now that I've got my layer of red down, I'm just going to go ahead and follow that up with some of the white. And I think that the white resin is so important with this technique because it really helps to bloom out some of your colors, as well as it helps to push that pigment to the top of your coaster. And I do have some other epoxy flower tutorials here on my channel, so make sure you check those out when you're done with this video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because I do post weekly and then you'll never miss an upload from me. So I'm just going in one more time with another layer of my red resin, making sure that I'm reserving enough for the second piece. The next step, we'll be using a clean popsicle stick just to draw a line in between those petals, ending with a swirl pattern. And then I'll add a little bit of that gold glitter right to the center of that flower. And then we'll move along to the second coaster, again starting with our darker color, in this case it's red. And as always, this footage is sped up a bunch just to respect your time, but just take your time with it. For this part of the project, you do want to kind of keep it moving and keep that resin flowing just so you don't get places that are way more saturated than others. But for the most part, like when you're mixing resin, mixing pigment with resin, really take your time and make sure that you're getting everything thoroughly incorporated. But after I've got my red in there, I'm going to go in with one more time with my white, and then I'll be following that up with red again. Also, this is a bit off topic, but I realized from the comments of one of my recent posts that a lot of you guys don't live in the United States. And so I thought it would be fun if you guys could leave me a comment with the flag of the country where you're from, just because I'm really curious to know where you guys are watching from. And I also guess that this would be a good time as any to apologize for my American accent. Very sorry about that, guys. And for this one, I ended up putting my glitter first and then using a popsicle stick just to draw those lines in, but the finished result was the same. And once we have our flowers all made, we'll go ahead and use that heat gun one more time, working from the outside to the center. And then we're gonna go ahead and allow these to cure, but only for about 5 or 6 hours because you still want them to be pretty pliable. So here's our first coaster. It's looking really nice, and the resin is still pretty soft. It's not soft enough that I'm going to leave any sort of fingerprints, but I can still easily mold these into a bowl shape. And to do that, I've just got 2 bowls out of my kitchen, and I'm gonna go ahead and line those both with a large sheet of wax paper. And then I'll take my coaster and press it down firmly into the middle of that bowl, making sure that the center of the coaster is in the center of the bowl. Then I'll go ahead and wrap that up and weigh it down with some cured resin projects. And then after we let these set up completely for about another 12 or so hours or overnight, we'll go ahead and finish them up. But for this next part, we do want to make sure that the resin is completely cured. So again, just leave that alone for a while and let them set up completely. So I went ahead and I let my dishes set up overnight, and now let's just pull them out of these bowls and see how they turned out. Starting with this one, I'm just gonna unwrap that wax paper there, and they're looking really nice. There's got a very nice slant on the sides, and it's nice and evenly centered. So now I'm just gonna pop out the second one and hope for the best. And again, very nice dish shape, really great slant to the sides. Overall, I'm pretty happy with these projects. So let's go ahead and finish them up using our Deco Color Premium Paint Pen in the gold color. Giving that a good shake before I start, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in the sides of these bowls, as well as giving them a small border on the front. And it does take a few minutes for the paint pen to dry, so as you're going along the outside rim, make sure that you're giving some space between your fingers and the side of the bowl because you don't want to smudge or damage the paint that you've just applied. Also, the paint pen that I like to use is a chisel tip, so it has a slightly smaller point to one end, and I just use that part to make my border and the thicker part to go around the actual sides of the piece. And then we'll go ahead and let this piece dry and move on to our next bowl. Again, just repeating that process, and as you can tell, probably tell that this image or this footage is extremely sped up. So again, just take your time. You want to make sure you get a nice even layer of paint on both of your pieces. So our bowls are all finished up, and I think that they turned out so cute. I really love the combination of the red flowers with the gold centers, and the white has some really nice depth and dimension to these pieces. I also think that we got a great slant on these bowls, and overall I'm really happy with how this project turned out. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought of this project and what color flowers you'd like to see from me next. As always, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending a part of your day with me. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave me some sort of red emoji in the comments below so that I know that it's real. Also, you guys, I recently made a new Instagram. It is Tesslark, spelled the same way as it is here, with a 3 instead of the E. So you can find me there, see a little bit more of my personal life and some selfies, things like that. And we can also kind of communicate a little bit better. You can send me photos of the projects you're working on. I would absolutely love to see you over there. So I'll make sure that I link that as well below in the description. Thank you so much for being here as always. I really hope that this video inspires you to make something of your own today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!